Alright, we're doing another trip here, and this camera is getting its last chance before I kick it to the curb, literally. This thing's driving me nuts, but I'm going to Akron to pick up an RCA 9T241 10-inch set from 1948, and have some music going through iTunes Radio through my cassette deck. Have the map here. So it should be interesting to see. I've got my CRT tester with me to test and see if, you know, it's, sorry. To see if the CRT is good, because if the CRT is good, then great. So there we go. And now we'll come up to a fun intersection. You get three freeways intersecting right here. We've got I-680 from Youngstown, I-80 Cleveland, and Ohio 11. All intersecting at one place. Call this the mixing bowl. This is really fun on at rush hour.
Continue on to I-80 West.
I will, thank you. And, alright.
In 4.6 miles, continue on to I-76 West.
I guess iOS 7 does a little better with that. The transitions are a lot smoother. Alright. Now I'm about halfway to Akron, and tell it's getting to be rush hour towards a larger city. Well, for me anyway, you know, I live in a small town outside of Youngstown, and but I do like that it is 70 miles an hour now on 80, so that's cool. Off to the right, you will see Summit Racing, the world's largest supplier of performance car parts for those who modify their vehicles for high performance. Big place. Worldwide reputation. Getting close to Akron, about 2 miles from the exit for State Route 91, which is what the guy lives off of. And, yep. Alright, I just got home from Akron, and the trip went okay. I took the front of the TV off to get the CRT out, and here it is. I've got it sitting out here with the shop vac, because there's, of course, a critter was in it. But it doesn't all look that bad. I'm gonna start by vacuuming that out. I'm gonna pull the chassis, clean out the cabinet a bit, then reinstall the CRT. I'm just doing a very cursory look over. CRT already tested good and was replaced in 1949, so only when this set was about a year old. I don't know. I've seen a lot of 10 BP4s that were replaced early. So I'm going to start getting this clean, and then I'll take the chassis out and then give it an even better look over. The plate is on the bottom. So it should be okay underneath. Oh yeah, the back is in place, so that's a good thing. And power cord's been kind of spliced. There it is, there's the model tag, the serial number. I think that was another tag. But the golden thread and eyewitness things are here. Standard with control. I'm glad the back is in good shape, because Yeah, they know they have reproduction of these, but they're expensive. Cabinet's in fair shape. The top's a little scuffed. The black lacquer's coming off the side there, and this side's a little grungier than the other. But I may not do much to it at first. I might just hit it with some Howards, with steel wool, and some Gojo and see what happens. I'm not going to restore this right now. I've got too many projects. This is just going to get shelved. There's the model tag. There's the chassis tag. And there's a little bit of rodent pee in there, I think. It doesn't look like they chewed too much in some of the wiring. Hopefully they didn't. I don't think they could have got underneath because there's the plate. But let me pull the chassis out and then we'll see. The speaker board came out fairly easily. Everything is there, including the tag, which it should be because it's facing down. This is the underside. Speaker looks to be in good shape. Everything's there, so there shouldn't be any holes in it. And it was up out of rodent range. There is a bit of corrosion from rodents. But I think there's just a lot of dirt. I'm going to vacuum some of this out, but I'm going to pull the chassis out now. And then there's the scanning coils, the yoke, and the focusing magnet and all that fun stuff. I took the ion trap off to get the CRT out. And then there's the divider resistors. As I remember, the divider resistors are under there for the power supply. Alright, got the chassis out. Of course, only 2 of the 6 chassis bolts were holding it in. It is extremely grungy. And I did see something. Service tag dated 1951, and you know, that's East Market Street in Akron. That's where I got this from. Well, down the road, but this thing spent its whole life in Akron, it looks like. And yeah, it's a little grungy and rusty, but it's one hefty power transformer. Cabinet needs a good cleaning out. Plate's in place, so that's good. I'm gonna vacuum this off and then we'll flip it over and see the chassis and see what work's been done. Should be interesting. Alright, looking under the chassis. Looks fairly clean for the most part. Couple caps. That looks like a replacement. As does that. Perhaps these ceramic cased ones. Bumblebee's original. But everything looks pretty good. I don't see anything extraordinarily bad. Let's look under this area. Oh, so everything looks pretty good there. But I did notice something inside the cabinet when cleaning it off. Looks like there's mold or something. So I'm going to take care of that with some warm ammonia water. I ain't bringing that stuff in the house, and it can sit in the garage and dry for a few days. Since it's going to be in the 80s, it'll dry nicely out there if I just leave the chassis on the table and the cabinet on the table as well. Alright, here it is sitting in the garage, drying. In the garage, or as I will call it, Stink Bug Central right now. It's going to dry for a few days and then I can take it into the house. You'll notice there's no CRT in there. for good reason. There's no CRT support here, so if you just put the CRT in, there's nothing to hold it, so it will fall out and break. I don't want that, so I just got to take that in, put it downstairs somewhere where it can be safe, where no one's at. And it is an RCA CRT, so it looks like it was replaced under warranty. Alright, that's about it for now.